Hey guys, so thank you for all your well wishes. As usual, you guys have been really sweet to me in the comments. I'm feeling a lot better today. I have a lot of discomfort and it still hurts, but I'm working on it. So I wanted to talk to you guys about my experience on the surgery, because when I tried to YouTube it for myself, there wasn't too many people who shared their experiences. So I thought, well, why don't I just share mine since I share everything else with you guys. So let's get started. So I go to the hospital. I'm in a lot of pain. The worst part for me, though, personally, was not having anybody at my side, not having anybody to hold my hand and tell me it's okay. I was really upset about that, honestly, because when you're facing a surgery, especially your first surgery, you want somebody to like hold your hand and help you through it, and I didn't have that, so it was kind of frustrating for me. So along with being nervous and scared and not knowing what to expect, I was also just hurt emotionally as well. Anyway, enough about that. I lay in this horrible waiting room kind of thing for a very long time, and then they finally wheel me back to another waiting room kind of place, and that's where they gave me like another IV, and they did they injected me with whatever they injected me with. I don't know the names, but they knocked me out good. They gave me a lot of that ish, and it was awesome, because I don't even remember being wheeled back to the operating room or nothing. Like, I was just in this waiting room area and I was out, and then next thing I know, I'm waking up and I'm back in the waiting room area. So that was really awesome. I'm glad for the anesthesiologist. Those people are angels for sure. I woke up and I'm gonna cry. I was crying because just with everything going on, I've just been really stressed emotionally, and it really hurt me that I didn't have anybody by my side, and I couldn't call anybody because my phone was dead, and I couldn't get my phone to a charger because I wasn't for sure when somebody was going to come in and take me, and I was in too much pain to be getting up and down. And I really wanted my mom. And it was awesome because she actually called the hospital, and which was really awesome, because I was wanting to call her all day and I couldn't. And the lady was just like across from the way, and I kind of yelled to her. I was like, can you get my mom's phone number? And like, I just wanted to call my mom the whole time. I just wanted to talk to my mom. And so I'm waking up, from the pain, or the stuff wearing off and everything. And I'm starting to feel pain. And I'm like, oh crap, yeah, I just had surgery. And they wheel me into the room. And unfortunately, they put me on the side that was farthest away from the bathroom. So when I had to go to the bathroom finally for the first time, I had to have somebody help me because I could not get up out of the bed. Guys, it was horrible. Like, really, recovering has been just as painful as having the gallbladder stones. Like, it's been painful. But yeah, I would wait till the last minute to go to the bathroom because it just hurts so bad to move. And then having to have somebody help me, that's not a good feeling, to have to rely on somebody. Like, I don't like that. But it is what it is, I ate at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and then my surgery ended up being, I think, around 5 p.m. that night. And right afterwards, I was ready to eat. I mean, I was starving, and they kept telling me no. I had to wait, they did give me ice chips, and I was scarfing those down like you would not believe. And I kept asking for something to eat, because I could literally feel my stomach eating itself. I'm like, I'm starving, I need something, I'm hungry. And so a doctor come in at like 10 or 11 and was like, oh, I'll see about getting you some stuff. So that made me excited because she said like, oh, I'll see like about getting you some broth and some ginger ale. And I was just like on freaking cloud nine. I was like, yes, broth and ginger ale. Woo, finally. And so I kept mentioning it to the nurses that were coming in. They were like, well, who told you that? And I'm like, I don't know. It was the pretty doctor. And they were like, well, we have a lot of pretty doctors. And I'm like, I know, but it was so frustrating. And finally at 2 o'clock in the morning, she brought me 2 packages of saltine crackers and ginger ale. And I kid you not, I was like an extremely fat person at a buffet. Like, I was just like, give me these crackers, bish. Like, give me those crackers. Like, I was so freaking hungry. And I was going in and out of sleep. And you know how it is to sleep in a hospital. It's hard anyway. But they kept coming in and coming in. And each time they were coming in, they were like checking on something or something. And I was just like, please, can I have some food? And they were like, no. And I'm like, please. And they were like, no. And I'm like, please. And they were like, no. So finally at 2 a.m. I get some crackers and some ginger ale. And that was like the best time of eating in my life. I kid you not. But back to what I was saying. So the phone wouldn't work in the room to call long distance. So I still wasn't able to call my mom. But then she finally called me. And that was great to talk to her. And I think we both cried a little. I don't remember exactly because I still like had some like stuff in me or whatever. But it was good to talk to my mom. It was like, you know, she knew I needed her, and that was really awesome. And oh god, I didn't mean to cry on this video. I just keep looking at my calendar, counting down the days till I can go. I know I talked about just like a couple weeks ago about having all these apprehensions about going to Kentucky, but now I'm just emotionally ready, and you know, I'm just, everything here is finished, and I'm just ready to go home. I'm ready to go home. Like, I'm ready to start my new life and to meet new people and to be with my mom and just really, you know, get my surgery, get that over with, which is another thing I'm scared about, is getting the surgery again, being cut open again. I'm really scared about that. I was hoping to have them done at the same time, both the gastric sleeve and the gallbladder surgery. But I was talking to a friend the other day, and I was just like, you know, I'm scared about the surgery now because I know what, at least, you know, it's going to be a similar situation and feelings and pain and stuff. So I'm pretty nervous, even maybe more pain, since I imagine the amount of stomach they take out, it would be bigger than the gallbladder. I'm not for sure, but I imagine it would be. But I'm very nervous to experience this pain again. But I do know that I am stubborn and I am strong-willed, and I know that I need this to help me. And it's going to be better for my health. So if I can go through just a couple of procedures to give me better health so that I don't have to go through many more procedures down the road, then that's what I'll do. And I think that is the answer, you know, to my issues. So that's the plan. So yes, 2 a.m. I get the crackers, and that was just heaven. And then I was able to, you know, still sleep off and on a little bit. I was able to watch a little TV. Of course, there wasn't really anything on. Like, I watched Seinfeld and The Big Bang Theory and Family Guy, and then the news. That was it. And then the next morning, I actually just kept drinking ginger ale and water. And they wanted me to eat some breakfast, and they wanted to discharge me early. But I didn't like the breakfast food that they had to offer. Like, I'm really trying to stay away from carbs, so I didn't want to order toast or a bagel or something. I don't like eggs, so I couldn't order that. And just everything they had, it just wasn't, you know, wasn't what I would like to eat or what I should stay away from eating. So I ended up having lunch, and I had a grilled chicken breast with provolone cheese and lettuce and tomato and another ginger ale, and it was so good. The chicken was like dry, and like it said it had spices on it, but it really didn't. I mean, like there wasn't even pepper on this thing. But yeah, so they kept telling me they wanted to discharge me and all this stuff, and I just really felt like I wasn't ready. Like, I was really just trying to waste as much time as I could. Like at that point, I was able to go to the bathroom by myself. Like they had already unhooked me from like the IV machine and everything. So I was able to get up and go to the bathroom by myself. I just was scared to move, and I didn't feel like I was recovered enough. So I just kept trying to waste a little bit of time, and I ended up leaving around like 12:30, 1 o'clock that afternoon. So it wasn't a real bad experience, but it was definitely painful, and I'm still in a lot of pain still. But it is getting better. When I got home, I noticed my left leg hurt a lot. When I would lay down in the bed, my left leg was very hard to lift up into the bed with me. So I do believe that there was a lot of gas that actually went into my leg as well as my left shoulder. It hurts really bad, and even now, like when I get into the shower, I have to put my leg on the side of the tub just to keep from my back and my stomach from hurting. So I'm still having issues. I can get out of the bed just fine now. Well, not just fine, but pretty much just fine. But then when I'm like standing or when I'm walking, forget about it. Like it hurts too bad. So there's still stuff. I feel today, the first day, where it's not so much pain, but uncomfortableness and sore muscles, and that it's just not ready to go yet, is what I feel like. I have no problems eating. I noticed one of you guys commented that like, oh my god, you're eating pizza already. Pizza has been like the thing. I'm not necessarily craving it. It's just like, you know, what's cheapest and what's around that I can order really quick that can be delivered, that I don't have to cook. But yeah, I hold it down just fine, like totally fine, and it's weird. Today I had chicken tenders and french fries. Like I'm holding everything down perfectly, except for last night I tried to eat healthy and I ate some really nice bean soup, and it totally went straight through me. Like 5 minutes after eating that sucker, I was in the bathroom. I was like, whoa, that never happened before. So yeah, it's just really weird. I definitely want to be on a healthy diet, but being limited with moving and stuff, you know, it's kind of hard to do. So yeah, that's been my experience. It hurt like a mother, and I don't know, it was just one of those things that, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. But that was my experience. So hopefully you guys don't have to experience that, or you've already have and it's over and done with for you. But I just want to share that because there wasn't a lot of videos, like I said, on YouTube about people's experience with getting their gallbladder removed. So that's it. I will catch you guys tomorrow.